Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. If you do learn something new from this video, please gently ignite that subscribe button. Gently ignite that notification button because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. So today, there was an important interview on CNBC with Thomas Donahue, who's the CEO of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and he talked about what President-elect Biden's victory means for the future of the economy and whether we are likely to see more stimulus. I've covered this elsewhere on my channel. This is a K-shaped recovery. Individuals at the top of the K, individuals who are high wage earners, individuals who are more educated, individuals who can work remotely are at the top of the K. They've recovered, they're fine. Individuals at the other end of the K generally tend to be individuals in travel, leisure, hospitality, and entertainment. They happen to be individuals who, in some cases, are low wage earners, individuals who don't have a college diploma. And so these individuals are getting impacted the most. Now, today, we saw the announcement about the vaccine. We saw a huge surge in the stock market. In fact, some stocks of some of these cruise lines went up like 30% in one day. So when Thomas Donahue was asked about this, he did talk about the need to do more stimulus because fundamentally the sooner the stimulus is done, the better, because the country needs it, the economy needs it. And I thought it was very interesting what he said. He talked about divided government being good for the country. He talked about the fact that because the House majority of the Democrats has actually shrunk, and because the Senate right now, this is assuming that the incumbents, the Republican incumbents in Alaska and North Carolina win re-election, we would have the Senate 50 to 48 in favor of the Republicans. So in other words, the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, there he is. Hello, Leader McConnell. He would still be the Senate Majority Leader, which means that President-elect Biden would have no choice but to work with him to make sure that he gets his support in order to be able to get stimulus done. And we know for sure the Senate Majority Leader is not going to approve or not going to greenlight a $2 trillion stimulus package. So again, that $1.9 trillion stimulus package in another world between House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and the U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, that is gone. That happened in a different world. That happened in a different dimension. Right now, the reality is post-election, we have President-elect Biden. We have the Republicans that control the Senate majority, again, assuming they win Alaska and North Carolina. Then we have the Georgia Senate runoff races, which could prove to be very decisive. There are already estimates of more than $200 million that are going to be spent on the Georgia Senate runoff races. It's going to be raining money. It's going to be raining money by the Democrats and by the Republicans to win those two Senate seats in Georgia. I mean, lots and lots of money, non-stop raining money in order to be able to win those two Georgia Senate runoff races and take control of the Senate. In fact, you've heard me mention Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. He talked about the importance of this, and you've seen this before on my channel, but I just think it's unbelievable. He said that because this does give a lot of ammunition to the Republican Party. He said, we win the Senate, we change America, we rule the world. Let's roll the tape and see what Chuck Schumer said.
Now we take Georgia, and then we change the world. Yeah! I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Mr. Schumer? Now we take Georgia, and then we change America. Now we take Georgia, and then we change the world. Yeah! I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Mr. Schumer? Now we take Georgia, and then we change America.
Wasn't that interesting? I mean, these politicians, they say these things that, in the moment of excitement make sense to them, but then, these things can be interpreted in different ways depending on, I guess, which side of the spectrum you're on. I want to be clear. For me and for the entire team at Ignition Time, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm American. We are Americans first. But, coming back to Donahue, he said some interesting things. In fact, we'll watch this entire clip, and I think his interview with CNBC was very instructive. But towards the end of the interview, he said something I thought was significant. He said that a divided government is good for the American people because we have one side acting as a check and a balance on the other. In other words, if this had been a blue wave, if, we had a Democratic-led House, we had a Democratic-led Senate, which we still could have. I want to be clear, we still could have that. And we have a Democratic president, and we have President-elect Joe Biden. keep in mind that this could have allowed the Democrats to push through with their agenda. So depending on the outcome of those races, depending on the outcome of the Georgia Senate runoff races, where it'll be raining money, it'll rain over $200 million. Depending on the outcome of the Georgia Senate runoff, we could continue to have a Republican-controlled Senate. We'll know because the elections are on the 5th of January. We'll know then. We could continue to have a Republican-led Senate with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Hello, Leader McConnell. Or we could have Chuck Schumer, who's extremely enthusiastic, as you can tell. We could have Chuck Schumer. There's Chuck, become the Senate Majority Leader. That that would technically be a blue wave, or I guess you could call it a blue grind. So now let's roll the tape and see what Donahue had to say. And let's check out his comments and let me know what you folks think in the comment section below. Let's roll the tape.
Clearly, there is a lot of optimism in the market today, whatever that might be that it's reacting to. Does that worry you that it might lower the impetus and likelihood of a stimulus deal in the next couple of months? And how key is that stimulus deal still?
The stimulus bill is essential, and the sooner it's done, the better for the beneficiaries of the stimulus, and therefore better for the markets and the economy. And we're very hopeful that there will be a commitment to do this before the inauguration, because that's quite a ways off. And we believe that the parties ought to get together and get on with it. And I think they will.
What's your outlook on whether corporate taxes have room to go up without derailing the economic recovery, and whether or not the shape of the Senate is a key factor for your outlook of the U.S. economy over the next couple of years?
Well, on the matter of taxation, to ask about one particular tax increase puts you in a position of giving an uninformed answer. You recall during all of the campaign and before, the parties were talking about different taxes. It's not only corporate taxes, it's taxes on capital gains, it's taxes on increased taxes on the Social Security. All these things were talked about. But it is likely that no matter who was the president, there'd be some movement on taxes because of the extraordinary amount of money that we're spending on these very essential issues of keeping the economy together and taking care of our fellow citizens. And as far as the
What's your
Senate, no, please go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Tom. Oh, no, I didn't mean to cut you off. On all of these issues, I'm just wondering if you actually think McConnell and Biden, if that's how it shakes out, are going to be able to work together on anything. Why it would be different than McConnell during the Obama-Biden years?
Well, that's very interesting. And, we have the first thing is the president is doing what is exactly his right to make sure that his concerns about the election are considered and all the numbers are looked at. I would hope that that's done in an orderly and a quick way, because these other matters have to be attended to. And let me just give you another example about that. I thought in your last interview, when you were talking about that extraordinary vaccine, remember that a number of things have to happen before that vaccine is going to be available. One, the federal government has to approve it. Number two, we've got to work out the very complicated supply chains on how you move frozen vaccine all around the world. So, and everything I've read today from the people that really understand this, we're probably into February or March of next year before there's serious supply available where it needs to be. All the more reason that sensible people have to get together for the fourth effort to keep this economy going, to keep people safe, and take care of our fellow citizens. The one other thing I would add is, because it was just asked, is what about the Senate? Of course, as you know, if you assume that Alaska and North Carolina, those are that the Republicans have that's two up, and then we're going to have the excitement on January 5th of the races in Georgia, two of which, both of them, and that'll decide. If the Democrats won both of them, we'd be 50-50. If Democrats didn't and the Republicans did, it could be a much broader situation. And also remember, what happened in the House is going to cause us to be looking at a House of Representatives that is a very small number between both parties. I think, as you discussed in your last interview, that this divided government with balance on each side is going to cause better things to be done.
That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. Do you believe that divided government is good for us? Do you believe that divided government will allow us to get stimulus faster? One thing I think most people can agree on, including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, including President-elect Joe Biden, and including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, is that we need stimulus and we need it faster. I've said this before on my channel. It's not a matter of if, it's now a matter of when and how much. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you learned something new from this video, please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications, because that would be your vote of confidence in us. That really helps out the YouTube algorithm. Please go ahead and do that. The name of our channel is Ignition Time. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.